Welcome to the PLZ Soccer Show. Alan Ruff is alongside me, Peter Martin, Simon Donnelly in the chair for this soccer show today, and he's got that smug look in his face, Ruffy, because he not only predicted the outcome of the Old Firm game on Sunday, he got the scoreline correct as well.
Yeah, I think we all thought there was going to be goals, but to get the correct score in an Old Firm game in particular is fantastic.
Yeah, and of course only the £3,500 that you had on that line, so drinks are on you. Wouldn't it have been great if you'd put that money on?
I know, I wish I had. But I just, as Ruffy says, I felt as if there was going to be goals in the game, and I just thought Celtic would nick it, and it turned out that way.
Yeah, it was a fabulous atmosphere inside the ground. It's amazing how just one or two defining moments in the game, you know, I always thought that Celtic had more special players that they could defeat Rangers. Rangers still a work in progress.
Yeah, but credit to Rangers, they got off to a really good start. Got the Ibrox, you know, fans on their back right from the beginning. A goal in the first 3 minutes, but Celtic just pegging them back, you know, and the confidence that Celtic have in their squad over the last 2 years. They're just used to winning, and it showed in the end. I think getting back to 2 each just before half time, and then obviously getting their noses in front. And the last half hour, despite having 10 men, they just managed it well, and I thought Rangers ran out of ideas.
Yeah. How will Alfredo Morelos be feeling now after the event? It was a howler of a miss. It looked easier to score.
It did. Thankfully, I've not been on the end of one of them before, although I can't remember any. But I think Morelos will take a week or two to go over that one. You know, just because it's a big game like the Celtic game, it will be highlighted more. I don't know what he's doing at the time. I think he tries to prod it with his toe and just completely makes a hash of it.
Yeah, well, we got our production team working in the background, and we have 5 fantastic sitters that Simon Donnelly missed throughout his career from 5 yards. Wouldn't it be great, Ruffy, if we could just get into a montage of sclaffing it left, sclaffing it right?
I think the most important thing is where he sclaffed it. In a Rangers Celtic game, you know, you can sclaff it in a Motherwell game or a Kilmarnock game or Partick Thistle, but to have that kind of miss in that high profile game is something that the fans will, even the Rangers fans, will never let them forget it. You know, I don't think they'll hold it against them, but in years gone by, Rangers fans will always remember that miss.
I'm not so sure. I don't think it... listen, he's a young boy. I don't think it really matters. He's a striker. He's missed bigger sitters than that. I was watching him against Aberdeen. He scored one that was impossible. You know, it was a difficult chance, and then missed 3 sitters in the game. I think, you know, when you're young like that, you get in there, you get back in again. You just put it to the back of your mind. I
seem to remember him winning the cup against Ayr United as well. But he's a striker, as you say, young striker. You need to put yourself in there. I just feel that one for the same reason as Ruffy's saying there, because it's in a high profile game. I think it will be shown over and over again.
Yeah, well, you can give us your thoughts on it at PLZ Soccer, and also you can go on to our facebook.com/PLZ Soccer as well. Give us your thoughts on that. I'm not so sure as time goes on that he'll probably look back in that miss. There'll be many more chances for him. It's more of missing a penalty in the World Cup that I think sticks with you, you know. Although I'm sure maybe Roberto Baggio has let that go now since he missed it. Okay, Kelly against Aberdeen in the Cup. That's the quarter-final replay. This one could be a defining moment in Aberdeen's season more than it is in Kilmarnock's.
Yeah, I think so. I think there's a wee bit of needle in this one as well between the two managers. There's been things coming and going from both camps. I think Aberdeen do really need to get to a final to keep the fans on board with everything that's happening up at Aberdeen. So I think Derek will know the importance of this game, and they're not playing particularly well. I think it's no wins in 4. Weren't that impressive against Partick Thistle. I think it's striking more than anything else. I think it's a strike force that's not clicking up there, and all it needs is one of them. Boy May, we're still waiting on him, you know, producing the form that he did at St Johnstone. So I think it's up for me. It's up to the Aberdeen forwards. They could win this game, and I think they will.
Yeah, I mean, that's the type of punditry we like, Simon and myself, just looking at each other there. I mean, he's researching this stuff now. I mean, he's upped his game since you come on the team. No wins in 4, which we didn't really know about, but that's the kind of punditry you're after.
Well, he's brought it to my attention, but it's surprising that start with Aberdeen, because...
It doesn't mean it's true, but...
I meant to say, if Ruffy sees a number, he throws it in there.
He's done us completely there. But it's interesting if it is true.
It is true, honestly. The only reason he knows because I mentioned it to him earlier on today.
It's unlike Aberdeen, because I think one thing for Derek McInnes's teams, on the back of any bad result, they always seem to bounce back. But for whatever reason, they're not playing to their usual levels at the moment. And I think this is going to be a real good cup tie down at Rugby Park. I think Kilmarnock have did well to get it back there with the draw at Pittodrie. I think they're the most improved team in the Premiership just now, so I think it's going to be a really good cup tie.
Yeah. Give us your prediction, because hold on, we've got the money ready. We're ready to go with this.
I think I'm going to go 2-1 Kelly, because I think Chris Boyd seems to keep popping up with goals. I think he'll score again tonight. I like the look of the lad Brophy that plays alongside him. I think they'll nick it 2-1.
Okay, I think Aberdeen are going to nick it after extra time, Ruffy.
No, I think Aberdeen will win 2-1 in normal time and go through to the next round.
Okay, that's your thoughts on that. Give us your view. What about Scotland? Alex McLeish has mentioned that 6 new players have got a chance to seize their opportunity. You're heartened by the new breed that are in there.
Yeah, I'm excited after I seen the squad yesterday. I think there's a lot to be positive about. I think the Hibs boys that have had a fantastic season coming into the squad, alongside McGregor, who I think's had a great season at Celtic. The boy up front for Aberdeen, Christie, has always been the top man for me anytime I've watched him. You know, another fantastic player. We're strong on the left-hand side of the park. I like Patterson at right back. I think there's a lot. I think at times we can be a wee bit harsh on ourselves as a nation. I think there's a lot to be positive about in this squad. Yeah,
I'm a big fan, and I've been bumping my gums, Ruffy, for weeks about Dylan McGeoch. I think he's been absolutely superb. My only concern is the fact that I wonder whether he can make the jump up. We've all been worried about whether he can, avoid injury. That's been his biggest problem. But he goes past players. In Scottish football over the last, 5-10 years, we've been starved of real quality midfielders who can do that. I think he's got a trick as well.
Well, I think that's where we're going to get the success. If we're going to get any success is the young players that are coming in, because we've got the nucleus of the squad who have failed miserably. There's still a lot of players there, who haven't experienced the success. So we're really looking at these young players up in their game, and we all hope that they can, because I think if you ask anybody, it's a massive leap. It's not just a wee leap, it's a massive leap, putting on a Scotland jersey and then going out and playing against Italy and the quality they've got in Spain and all these sides. So these young players really have to step up very, very, very quickly. We all hope they do. We've all showed what they can do at club level. Let's hope they can do it at the national level as well.
Yeah, and of course there seems to be a direct pathway, Simon, towards the Scotland main squad, because Alex McLeish has mentioned that there are under-21 players that Scott Gemmell has named today that will have the opportunity. Do you think maybe John Souttar feels a little bit peeved that he wasn't included with the likes of Scott McKenna for the main squad?
I think Souttar's had a decent season. I think he can count himself a wee bit unlucky not to have been brought into the first team set up. Again, he's just got to play away here and look for his opportunity further down the line. I think the encouraging thing for anybody in the under-21 squad is the youthful side that Alex McLeish has picked at first team level. I think if I'm one of the guys in the under-21 squad, I'm saying there is a pathway there. He's willing to give youth a chance, and it's really encouraging.
Okay, nobody likes to see a manager get sacked, but Maurizio Pellegrino has been bulleted by Southampton, which, of course, by the time the sun came up into the sky today, means that Brendan Rodgers is linked with another job. I can't see it. I don't think you leave Celtic for a club like Southampton as manager when you consider his CV. Are you buying into it?
I'm not buying into it. I think it's inevitable after the success that he's had that he's going to be linked with any job that comes up in the Premiership. But I'm with you, Peter. I think unless it's somebody from the top 6, I don't think his head's going to be turned. Southampton, no disrespect to them, at the bottom end of the Premiership, while he's going for back-to-back trebles, I don't see him moving.
No, absolutely not. If anything, the 7-1 shot in this whole affair, Mark Hughes, looks to me as if he's got a good chance.
Yeah, I think Mark Hughes is that's the kind of team that he's done well at. He's very well respected down there. I'm like you two guys. I don't think Brendan Rodgers has already been at Liverpool, which is a fantastic club, and nearly achieving to win the league. There's no way he's going to go to Southampton.
Okay, last couple of points then. Manchester City defeated Stoke City by 2-0 last night. David Silva, 2 goals of absolute quality. You know, Manchester City are getting ever closer. They could actually win the league against Manchester United. They're a joy to watch. They're my tip for the Champions League final and to win it.
They're certainly going to win the Premiership now on the back of that result last night. David Silva, fantastic. Just oozes class, the guy, and takes his goals really well. It could have been more. I watched the game. Stoke were lucky to get away with a 2-0. I don't know if I agree with you in terms of winning the Champions League, but I think they'll possibly go to the final.
Yeah. Who did you pick?
Barcelona.
Yeah. Listen, when we talk about people who miss sitters, Raheem Sterling missed an absolute sitter last night. I don't think it'll affect him.
No, it was one of the ones. I think he's skipped by the keeper really well, and I think he's just anticipated being away for the centre back who get back just at the right time. But he was a little buzz bomb last night. You know, he's creating all sorts of problems, and as you said, they're a joy to watch going forward.
Yeah. Okay, I'm going to stick with Jose Mourinho tonight. Man United against Seville. I think they'll go through 2-1.
Yep. I think it's a precarious scoreline 0-0. You know, I don't think Seville overly impressed me in the first leg. But Man United on the back of beating Liverpool at the weekend, I think that'll be a real confidence boost for them, and I think they'll go through.
Wait till you hear Ruffy, because you know you gave us it concisely there what you think is going to happen. Man United are at home. You know, Jose Mourinho off the back of that win against Liverpool, everything's looking rosy in the garden. And now Ruffy.
I think Man United will go out on away goals. Seville have already done in an English team, home and away, and goals difference, and I think they'll do it again tonight.
Yep, okay. Do you agree with that? Give us your view at PLZ Soccer on Twitter, facebook.com/PLZ Soccer. I'm predicting Roma to knock out Shakhtar Donetsk. Are you into that one?
Yep, into that. I love the atmosphere in that stadium. I think the fans are absolutely fantastic, and they'll win it for them tonight.
Okay, and the last point we're going to make, it's a big night for Ruffy and myself tomorrow night. The Donnelly family don't know we're coming, but we'll be sitting on the couch. We'll have a few beers. We're bringing wine. We're bringing popcorn. We're bringing everything. We're really looking forward to going to the Donnelly house, which is a big house, by the way, Ruffy. I'm really looking forward to that because it's Barcelona against Chelsea. Nobody in their right mind, even the Besiktas fans, are going to watch Barcelona-Chelsea because they're 5-0 down to Bayern.
Yeah, they're out. No, I'm really looking forward to this game tomorrow as well. A lot of history between the two clubs. One of my favourite clubs to watch, Barcelona, obviously, and I think they'll put Chelsea out tomorrow night.
Yeah, I actually think that as well, Ruffy. What about yourself?
Yeah, I think so. I think basic reason is Messi. That's why, you know, and nothing else. You know, I don't think Barcelona or the Barcelona of old, but when you've certainly got Messi in the team, you're a go ahead.
Okay then, so apologies to the other 10 duds who are playing with Barcelona. It's all about Messi. They're just a supporting cast in this. Listen, as far as tomorrow night is concerned, the big worry for us, will Simon Donnelly have a big enough couch that Ruffy and myself can get on to watch this in his man cave? Tell me you've got a man cave.
I don't. What I do have is 3 young lads who would be looking forward to seeing you two guys coming up to watch again.
That's magnificent. No man cave. What kind of man is he? You must have. You've got a man cave, Ruffy, haven't you?
Yep, I have. Yep.
There you are, but there's no telly in it. Anyway, on that note, thanks to Alan Ruff, thanks to Simon Donnelly. Enjoy your football. We'll be back with you tomorrow on our Facebook Live with Barry Ferguson joining us. Thanks for watching.